exactly why your ex is treating his new girlfriend better than he treated you, okay? For those of you who don't know, I am a stay-at-home girlfriend and my boyfriend spoils me, okay? He does everything I want, everything. He does everything for me, and he wasn't raised that way. He didn't have the best father as a role model, and he never treated any of his last girlfriends the way he treats me. So I asked him, why? Why are you always giving me flowers? Why do you prepare so many surprises? And his answer was simply, because you demand it. Because I know you wouldn't be with me if I didn't do this. Since the beginning of our relationship, I told him, I am in a relationship to live my Disney fairy tale. If I don't have that, I don't want it. So I require that treatment for a man to be with me. So if he doesn't do those things, I am not going to be with him. So what this means is that the same man would be a completely different partner to a woman who doesn't have the same standards I have. He probably wouldn't be a provider. He probably wouldn't give her flowers because he wasn't raised this way. My boyfriend tells me all the time that before we start dating, he didn't know what a beautiful bouquet of flowers looked like, because I basically trained him in a way. And I don't think that's anything wrong with that. I think what is wrong is when you tell a man what you want and he doesn't deliver. In the beginning of our relationship and even now, I send all of my Pinterest boards to my man, so he knows what I like, what kind of flowers I like, what kind of surprises I am looking for. I don't think there is anything wrong with telling your man what your expectations are, because unfortunately not every man had a good father as an example. So tell them what you want, and if they don't do it, it's because they are not that interested in you. Because when a man doesn't want to lose you, he will do everything for you. Because if you are the dream girl of this man, he's going to learn whatever he needs to learn to become the man for you, okay? Your dream man. So 2 things to take away from this video, okay? The same man can be a completely different person to 2 different women. And having high standards, it's the best way you can know if you are the dream girl of a man or not. Because if you are the dream girl of this man, the man is going to rise to your high standards, okay? He's going to rise to your level. If you're not, he's not even going to bother, honestly.
Guys, someone just tagged me in a video and I'm not even gonna stitch it because it was so hard to watch. And I just had to make a video explaining you and warning you how what that girl did in that video will probably land you. So she starts off the video by saying, I don't even have a boyfriend. And then she proceeds with saying, but let me show you this date that I just put together. Which means she put all of these together for a guy that she is not dating, for a guy that is not her boyfriend. So she decided to invite him over for dinner. She did like a picnic setup inside the apartment, got him roses, turned on like little lights around her apartment, did her makeup, got in a cute little dress. And listen, I totally understand that there is not a way a relationship should be. There are many dynamics and many ways people are being in their relationships. But personally, for me, for the future I want to have, for the type of man I like, for the type of way I want to be treated, there is a specific way to date. And again, you do not have to listen to me if you don't want to have a life like mine. So for the girls that do want to have a life like mine, for the girls that want princess treatment, that want established men to come into their lives, that want commitment, that want a 6-carat ring, listen very closely. Doing all of this for a man does not make you a wifey. And hold on, I totally get it, because I am a lover girl myself. I love to think about my partner and I love to do little meaningful things for them. But there is a very thin line between being a lover girl and being desperate. Mostly when the guy is not even your boyfriend. You can be a lover girl for your boyfriend, and you can even do this for him if you want to. Why? Because you love him, because he is your boyfriend. But when you're being a lover girl to guys that you barely know, to guys that you're in situationships with, how can you be a lover girl when you don't love the guy? You should never be a lover girl towards a guy that you don't even know if he loves you. I'm so sorry, but if you do stuff like that, all you're going to do is attract feminine guys that want to be treated like princesses, and that are most likely going to treat you like a peasant. Guys that are not going to want to commit to you. because you're already doing everything for them before you guys even get into a relationship. And I've told you guys a trillion times, this is not the way to get princess treatment. It shouldn't be, if you want to be treated like a queen, treat him like a king. It should be, if he treats you like a queen, then you treat him like a king. Never put up a show to show a guy how much of a wifey you are. They need to do that. Because in this world, you are here to pick, not to be picked.
Men have this sick obsession with you when you play hard to get.
So the first creator is saying that men have a sick obsession with women who come across mean or play hard to get. The second creator stitched and explained that it's because men fall in love by dopamine and vasopressin is a byproduct of stress. Now, this is why I say, ladies, it is important that you actually be hard to get. I highly do not recommend playing hard to get. Because those of you who play hard to get are actually sprung and pressed on the inside, and the minute he starts to reciprocate, all of that goes out the window and you are over-invested once again. Being hard to get, on the other hand, just has to do with being fully embodied in who you are, content with your life as it is, and having enough inertia on your singleness that you're not just going to jump into any relationship that comes your way.
Okay, like I cannot date men who don't add to my life because my whole life I've been taught that men are supposed to make your life easier. I literally have been taught that if you have a boyfriend and you're paying bills, you don't have a boyfriend. If you have a boyfriend and you're struggling, you don't have a boyfriend. If you have a boyfriend and you're carrying heavy things in his presence, you don't have a boyfriend. If you have a boyfriend and you're not feeling taken care of, you don't have a boyfriend. Like, we can take care of ourselves at a certain level. Like, why do we even need a man? Like, if he's not adding, he's subtracting.
Hey besties, this is your friendly reminder that you should not be providing free domestic labor to a man you are not married to. And even if you are married to him, you still shouldn't be providing it for absolutely free unless it is equal or equitable within your home. So often, women think that they have to prove themselves useful in new relationships, and they do that a lot by providing free domestic labor. Whether that's starting to, like, if you move in together and you're starting to do the laundry and you're starting to do the meal prep and the planning and the shopping and the cooking, or you start doing the cleaning, you start taking on those tasks without first having a conversation about the division of labor, you're setting yourself up to take on those tasks for the rest of this relationship. Not enough women were told that they are worth more in a relationship than the domestic labor that they can provide to a man. Especially given the fact that majority of women are working outside the home, and then they're coming in after work and they're continuing to do 2 times more domestic labor than their male partners. So this is your friendly reminder. Women, you are worth more than the free domestic labor that you can provide to a man. And if he doesn't see that and he wants to sit here and ask what else you bring to the table, walk away, because he doesn't see your worth and he doesn't value you other than the free labor that you're providing him.
Here are 3 things no one tells you about how to fall in love, and it's why so many girls end up in relationships that you have no business being in. Number 1, I really like him is not good enough of a reason to date him. Chances are the things that you really like about him are not even that special and actually pretty common. If all you have are shared interests and hobbies, then when that changes, what do you have left? If you have no other lifestyle compatibilities, it won't work, no matter how much you like him. Number 2, figure out your non-negotiables and your deal breakers and hold on to them with your dear life, because it's the only way to ensure that your needs are met. And I mean things that truly, really matter to you and your future family. Things about his character, not things like, oh, he has to have a 6-pack or he needs to be 6'3". Your shared values make up the foundation of your relationship. Number 3, stay emotionally disciplined and guarded until you figure out if your values and your expectations match. Stop wearing your heart on your sleeves. Stop getting swept up by a cute smile and a funny personality. He has to prove himself to you. He has to earn your love and respect. He has to show you his consistency and his effort over a period of time. And you take this time to observe who he is and whether your values and expectations are in line with each other. This is what screws every other girl up. It's that you become emotionally invested, so you make up this cute story about him in your head and you start ignoring the red flags because you like him. Stop it.
Yes, marry a man who wants to be a husband and not a man who just wants a wife. In our society, women have been conditioned out of their natural role as the choosers. The women are supposed to be having their suitors come to them and choosing from a space of power. But what's happened is that women have been conditioned out of this due to the patriarchy, and women are now coming to men people pleasing, completely out of their power, desiring to be validated because they're not validating themselves from within. They're so disconnected from their femininity that they're so wounded inside and that they feel so broken and helpless by themselves, and they just need a man to fill the void. But what happens when women actually return to their power is that they come to dating from a space of empowerment, and they come to dating seeing, is this man husband material? Is this man meeting my standards? You don't come to dating seeing, I hope that I get chosen. You come to dating seeing, do I choose him?